Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel APM Guide. As a part of our APM gestures series, that is W3C mobile gestures. In this video, we will see how to perform drag and drop gesture using W3C mobile gestures. Okay. See, what is drag and drop? See, drag and drop is nothing moving an object but dragging and dropping it in a new location. Okay. And as you know, for Android we have around 939 W3C mobile gestures commands. Okay, in this video we are using mobile colon drag gesture to drag and drop the element. Okay, so when you go to the command, okay, see mobile colon drag gesture, this is a command name. Okay, performs drag action from a given element or coordinates to the given point. Okay, and supported arguments is element id, start x, start y, end x and end y, and speed. Okay, and coming to element id, the element id is the id of the element to be dragged. Okay, and if element id is missing, then both start coordinates must be provided. If both element id and start coordinates are provided, then these coordinates are considered as offset from the top left corner of the element corner. See, it means that either we need to provide the element id, or if element id is not provided, mandatory we had provided the coordinates of the element to be dragged. If we provided both, okay, it will consider the element IDs starting coordinates. Okay, and this is the first option. And if you go to second one, it is start x. Okay, this is the x start coordinate. Okay, and start y is the y start coordinates, means x is nothing but the left of the element. Okay, and y is nothing but top. So these are the coordinates. Okay, as earlier discussion, for any element, if you set the offset coordinate means top left corner. Okay, and here the x start x represents the left. Okay, left element coordinate, and y is the top coordinate. Okay, and next one is the end x and end y. Okay, this is the x end coordinate, and y end y is the y end coordinates. Okay, this is same top left coordinates of the designated element. Okay, where we need to drag it. Okay, and this element, this index and end y are mandatory argument. Okay, we need to provide it. Okay, and coming to the last argument is speed. See, the speed argument is a optional argument. Okay, if we provide this speed, if you want to specify the speed, okay, how much speed I need to drag the element and drop it there. So this speed argument is to specify that one. Okay, and it is a completely optional. If you want to provide it, you can provide it. Otherwise, if you not provide it, automatically the default value is 250 sorry 2500 into display density. Okay, this is a default value of the speed of drag and drop. Okay, and it is a optional field, and the default is 2500 into display density. Okay, so as you know that for each and every mobile we have different display density. Okay, so it will calculate it, and it will calculate the speed. Okay, and if you want to provide it, to provide it. Okay, and this is the sample of the code how it look like. So we had to use javascript executor driver dot execute script, and then the command we had to use as a key here, mobile colon drag gesture, and the values I had to provide. I had to use immutable map of element element ID and value I had to give index and ny. So these are the mandatory we need to provide. Okay, now we will go to the our Eclipse and we create one. And before that one, so in this video we will do the drag gesture by using perform drag gesture based on the element ID, index and ny. So all the mandatory coordinates I am using. And second one, I will use perform drag gesture based on element ID, start x and start y, index and ny coordinates. Okay, and third example we will do by element ID, index and ny coordinates, and will specify the speed also. So all these three examples will perform in this video. Okay, and literally now I open the emulator and I open the web.io. So this thing will be going to automate. Okay, so once it is open, I click on the drag button here, and then first I will select this one ice and I'll drop this one in this one. So I'll drop this one, and second one I will select this here and I'll just drop here. Okay, and the third one, the three examples are going to do it. So I'll select this one and I'll drop here. Okay, so this example we are going to write the code. Okay, and we will drag and drop all these three elements. Okay, so coming to our Eclipse. Okay, I create one class here. I say W3C drag drop demo. Okay, again this class name here, and already have a sample code for the setup and tear down methods, so that I can save the time. Okay, I just remove the unwanted code here, and I need to change the class name. Okay, now our setup and tear down methods are ready. Okay, in our setup I have used the capabilities, that is a platform name Android, automation name UI Automator 2, and device name I have given Pixel 8 Pro. That is my name of my emulator. Okay, now I create method public void, I say as test1, and I had the annotation here test. So I am going to test ng test annotation here. The first step what we need to do is we need to open the web.io demos app. So I am using a method called driver.activate app, and we know we need to provide the package name here. Okay, already I captured the package name. This is the package name. I'll provide this package name here. Okay, so this step will open the web.io app. Okay, and next after that one, after opening this one, I need to click on drag. So I need to click on this drag. Okay, so driver dot find element appium by the locator type is accessibility ID, and I need to provide the value here. Okay, already I captured. Okay, not okay, so this is the locator value. Okay, so it is not accessibility ID, it is Android UI Automator. Okay, and I'll provide the value here, and I had to click on that one. I had to click on that one. Now I open the web.io app and I clicking on the drag button. Okay, I click on the drag button. Now I had to perform the drag based on The first example is the based upon element ID, index and end y coordinates. So I'll copy this one here and I need to provide here. Okay, now what I have to do, I will open the Appium inspector so that I need to get the locator and locator values of these elements, right? So I have provided the platform name and basic and automation name to create a basic session. Okay, so that you can get the element locator values here. So before that one, I will start the Appium server. I start the Appium server. So Appium inspector we need to run means we need to run the Appium server here. Okay, and now I click on start session. So that we get the locator and locator values of these elements. Okay, now see, first of all I need to drag, okay, and drop this one to here, right? So this is the one. So what is this value here? So it is instant 4. Okay, now come back here. Now I say driver dot find element Appium by, and it is Android UI automator. Then I need to provide the value here. Okay, and what I will do, I say element 1, I say, and what I will do, I create one variable here, web element variable element 1. Okay, and now this is the element I need to drag. Okay, and next one, the drop also I want. So I'll go back to my Appium inspector and I want this property, okay, this element property, that is the instant 10. See, I copy this one and I paste it here. So before that one, I reuse this one code, remove this value, I go back to the Appium inspector. So just click on the double click on this, it will copy automatically. Then I place this value here. Okay, done. So this is, I say, okay, I'll use a meaningful name. Drag element, and this is a drop element. Drop element means we are dragging that one, and here as I change. Okay. Drag element drop element. Okay, that is the I am holding this one and dropping in this place. Okay, so we got this values here. So I say drop element. Yeah, now the first one is, first I will write the code. This code we will write it. Okay, this code we write it. Go back to Eclipse and I say driver, okay, and dot, it will not come here, so I will cast it. So we have to use Java script executor. Okay, dot execute, just a minute, JavaScript executor, execute. I forgot the bracket here, I had to open this bracket. Yeah, so Now execute this one, execute script key and value where I need to provide. So what is the key here? That is a command name I need to provide. That is a mobile colon drag gesture. Okay, D is small and G is caps. Okay, this is one I had to use. I am using this command. I am using this command. Okay, and after that one, go back to the Eclipse. Now I use immutable map of dot of x and value. I had got the key and value here. Though the first example we are doing perform drag based on the element ID. Okay, so first I need to do the element ID. Element ID is the key here and value I need to provide here. The value is drag element. Okay, so this is the I need to provide and I need to cache this one. We have to use remote web element. Okay, and then I will get ID. Not done. We'll write the code here. Okay. Okay, I need to provide one more bracket. Yeah. Now dot get ID method I need to use. Okay. Now see, as we told, mandatory we need to provide element ID or start X and start Y. Okay, in this example we are working with element ID. We are not providing start X and start Y, we are providing end X and end Y. These are mandatory coordinates. Okay, now we have to give end X and end Y coordinates. That is the end X, end X, and I am giving as EX. I will give the value as EX and Y. So this is the key. So we had to provide like this only. Okay, and I had to provide the EY here. Okay. Yeah, so okay, so we have created JavaScript executor driver dot execute script and we are using command mobile colon drag gesture and immutable map of element ID. Okay, we have given the element ID here. Okay, that is drag element and we have provided the end X and end Y coordinates. This is a mandatory one. Okay, and how we will get this end X and end Y? Okay, this is the top left corner of the element. Okay, we need to write a small formula here. I say Ex, okay, is so we need to, this is the end, right? It means it's drop element. Okay, I need to get the X axis and Y axis of this drop element. Okay, so I had to use drop element dot get rect, okay, rectangle this method dot get X. Okay, return type is int. So int EX. Okay, I got the, and I need to convert this into integer. So what I will do, I'll just say I'll cast with int. Okay, so I got the X value of this drop element. This is a destination element. Okay, and the same thing I need to get for the Y also. Okay, this is a mandatory field. I need to calculate it. and here also I need to change. Okay, so we got the element ID is here and we got the index and end y. Okay, so this scenario we have completed it. Okay, that is the perform the drag gesture based upon the element ID, index and end y coordinates. Okay, I'll provide this one here. Yeah, and I use this out here. Here also I provide this one so that we can print it while running the useful. Okay, now the first scenario we completed. The next scenario is, okay, based upon element ID, start x, start y, end x, end y coordinates. Okay, so these all four options I need to use. I am not using element ID here. Okay, now what we'll do, the second scenario is, first is this one, right? See, this is done first. Okay, the second one I need to select this one and I have to drop here. Okay, I need to get the element properties here. Okay, so what is that? Refresh it. Okay, now I want the property values of this is locator values of this one. Okay, and this one, this is a drag and this is a drop. Okay, so I will select it here. Okay, and the value is instance 7 here. Okay, I just copy here, paste, and same, we use the same thing here. This is the second scenario we're doing it. Okay, and this value I need to provide it there. Now this is not this one, now I need to provide this one. Yes, and this is for dragged element and drop, right? Okay, so what I will do, I complete the scenario here. So this one, right? Okay, and then okay, I need to get the value of this one. Okay, this is the 8. Okay, instead 8. So I'll update this value here. So I got the locator value and element details here. Okay, this is drop, this is drag, and this is drop here. Okay, now we write the code here. First we are doing with the based upon the based upon perform drag based upon start x, start y, end x and end y. Okay, so this is the one. So we need to write the code. So what I will do, I'll copy this code only. Okay, and here we are not using the element ID, so we need to remove this one. Okay, and now we need to add the start x and start y. So I just copy this one here. Okay, start x and start y. Start y. Here I say s x and sy. Okay, and I need to put the comma here. Okay, so based upon this start x, start y coordinates and index and ny coordinates. Okay, what is the start x, start y coordinates? That is the drag element, means this element. Okay, so I'm selecting this one, I'm dropping here, right? So this one I want the x and y coordinates of this element, and this is index and ny coordinates, so I'm dropping here. Okay, the same formula I need to use here. Okay, I'll just select here, using the formula, and this is for drop element and drag element also I need to use. Okay, and I say I just differentiate it here. Yes, y, and I just say 1. Okay, and here also 1, and here also I need to update the value. Okay, done. So what I did, I got the element properties here, and I provided the locator value here, and I'm calculating the start x and start y. Okay, and for drop element I'm calculating the end x and end y, and I'm providing the values here. Okay, this is the second scenario. Okay, based upon drag and drop based upon the start x and start y, end x and end y. Okay, so this is the code we written. Third one is the based upon end x and end y coordinates and the speed. Okay, so next one is, okay, here also I'll say this out. I'll provide this value here. I'll print this value in the console. Yeah. Okay, now the third scenario is based upon the element ID, x, end x, end y, and the speed I need to provide. Okay, so the third scenario, what we are doing it. So this is the second one, right? And third one, I need to select this one and I need to drop here. Okay, this is the third scenario. And go to the, just refresh it, and I need to select this one. Okay, and the value is, I just copy this one. Okay, before that one I reuse the code here. I use this code here, same code I need to use here, the drop element and drag element. Okay, and I need to update the locator value here. Just select here for this element, there is a drag element here. So go back here, I just update the locator value. Okay, and drop. What is the drop element? Drop element is this one, right? So go to Appium inspector and just click on here. So it is the value of this one. Just click on that one and copy here and paste it here. Yes, so we got the drop element and drag element. Now what is our example here? We are using the element ID, end x and end y. Okay, so I'll just copy here the same method, same code I am using here. Okay, here instead of yeah, same, but I had to provide the speed. Okay, so speed is, we have to use a key called speed, and I need to provide a speed value. Okay, so we need to calculate the speed value here. Okay, so I say speed value here. Okay, I need to calculate the speed also. Okay, this is the basic done. Now I need to provide the index and y, right? So for this coordinate. Okay, so I using the same formula which is created here. I just copy here and paste it here. Okay, and just change this one to here also. I say update here. So index and y are getting the x and y coordinates of the drop element. Okay, now the speed value I need to calculate it. How we can able to calculate the speed value? Okay, I say the speed value you need to provide in int. Okay, int speed, this is a variable here, and I need to use, okay, so default is 2500 into the what's it, is it display density, right? Okay, okay, and for my emulator the display density is 2.625 is the display density of this emulator. Okay, so each and every device have different display density, okay, based upon width and height. Okay, For this simulator, the value is 2.6.25, and what I will do, this is the speed, right? So 2500 is the speed, so I will decrease the speed. I'll make the speed to 100, slowly it will move. Okay, and this thing I need to provide as a int. Okay, open brackets here, and I will cast with int here, convert it to int. Okay, this is a value. Okay, and now, okay, here what we did, here based upon the element id, okay, and index and end y, okay, and speed, the speed value I have given as, this is the system density. Okay, this is the system density, as you see here, system display density. This is the display density, and this is the speed. Okay, if you calculate this one, 2500 into the display density. Okay, I want to move slowly, so I have given 100 into 2.625. okay, for each and every device, and device the display density changes based upon the width and height of this one. Okay, so I provided this one. The first scenario, see, I need to print this one also. I'll just say copy here, I can print in the console. So out, I'll provide the value. Okay, you see the scenarios we are covering. Okay, the first scenario, what we are doing, we are opening the WebDriver demo app, and we are clicking on the drag button, and then we are dragging this element. Okay, so what we will do, okay, so dragging, first I will select this one, and I will drag and drop here. And second scenario, this is based upon the element id, index and end y. Okay, these three arguments I have used, so this is the one I have used. Okay, and this is the first scenario. And second scenario, I will select this one, and I will drop and drag and drop here. Okay, and here I have using the scenario by using start x, start y, index and end y I am using here. So I am not using the element id. Okay, and the third scenario based upon the element id, index, end y and speed. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, I will select this one, and I will drag and drop here, and I will mention the speed also. Okay, okay, this is the scenario we have automated here, written the code. Now we need to run this one. Okay, so before that one, what I will do, I'll just close the Appium inspector. I don't want Appium inspector here. Okay, and I will restart the Appium server. Say Appium. Okay, my Appium server is started. Just close this app. Okay, and I will click on run. Okay, yeah, let's see. Okay, before running, I'll just add the dead.sleep here, so that you can see, I can pause the test execution, see the effect also. Okay, so I'll do here dead.sleep. So okay, we can pause the execution for 3 seconds. Okay, it has throw here the same thing. I will do it for after this one also. Okay, we'll just check the code once. Okay, so this is the drop element. Oh, we are using drop element 2 times here, so I need to change to drag. So it is the, I need to update as a drag element. It is drag, right? Start. Yeah. Okay, this is the one. Okay, this is a drag element, x, starting x and y coordinates, and drop. Yes. Okay, it is a int. Okay, oh, it is not a string, it is a int, right? So I need to remove the double quotation here. Yeah, yeah, done. And we will run this code now. Okay, initially based upon the element id it has to run. Okay, it has to open the WebDriver IO based upon the element ID X and Y. See, the first I's went. Okay, the second scenario based upon the start X, start Y, index and Y. Okay, it is done. Third scenario based upon the index and Y and the speed. So you see the speed, how slowly it is moving, because I mentioned the speed here. Yes, yeah, okay. This is the way we can able to use this gesture, that is a drag and drop using W3C mobile gesture. Okay, and we are using the command mobile drag gesture, and the scenarios we have covered here is one based upon the element ID. The first scenario is based on element ID, index and Y. See, all these three are mandatory fields. Okay, the second scenario we have covered with, okay, start X, start Y, index and Y. Okay, we are not using element ID, so we have to use, if we are not using element ID, we have to use start X and start Y. Okay, start X and start Y coordinates and index and end Y coordinates. Okay, okay, this coordinates is on the top left corner of the element. And third scenario, we are using element ID, index and end Y coordinates and speed also. So we are used here, see, element ID we have used, index and end Y, and speed also mentioned. Speed should be in int. Okay, and as you know, the speed will be the basically the default value is 2500. Okay, 2500 into display density. Okay, if you not, this is an optional argument. If you mention it, the speed you can able to control it, drag and drop speed. If you not mention this argument, the default will be 2500 into display density. In our third scenario, we have covered this one here. So what I did, I have given 2.625 is the display density of this emulator. Okay, based upon the width and height, and the speed I said as, instead of 2500 I given 100 here. Okay, and when I run this code, you can see I run once again. Okay, this code you can see it is drag and drop based upon the element ID, index and end Y, and by the start X, start Y, and index and Y. Okay, you can see here. See, the first scenario we covered, the second scenario. Okay, so speed. Now you can see the speed. We given the less speed here, right? 100 into 2.625. See how slowly it is moving. So this is all about the drag and drop by using mobile drag gesture, that is a W3C mobile gesture. Okay, if you like this video, please click on like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.